Adam here, and this is your daily rant for March 21st of 2013. We had an interesting revelation yesterday, although I don't understand why people are trying to make a fuss over it. At least from what I've read, I don't understand the worriness, I guess, from this. There is a leak of screenshots that are showing a bunch of things about the new Xbox coded Durango. It's a stupid frickin' name. If they even try anything remotely near that name, nobody's gonna buy it. Anyway, the big thing was that they are saying that the game will not play unless you've installed it to the hard drive. And people are thinking that that's going to really curb used game sales and everything else. And I don't understand where they're getting this idea. I mean, you always need the disc to play the game. You can, at this point now, you can install the game on the hard drive, but you still need the disc to play the game. They're saying that the discs are going to be Blu-ray, but they're not going to actually be read to play the game. They're just going to be storing data. It doesn't make a difference. We know that you need the disc to play the game, and that usually anybody who is installing it on the hard drive, all they were doing was installing it to make the load times fast, like a little bit, shorter. It was supposed to make the game faster and smoother, that kind of deal. Like even Battlefield 3 suggested that you had to install the game on. So when they're trying to, I don't understand what their wording is. Like if they're assuming that it comes with, now if they said it comes with a CD key, then we have a different story. But because that information isn't there, the fact that it's just saying you need to install the game on the hard drive doesn't mean anything at this point. If it does mean that you need a CD key, then used game sales are going to be completely irrelevant unless you buy an online pass kind of thing like we have now. So you pay an extra, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks for the CD key to even unlock the game. Now that's a different conversation. And because we're only 2 minutes into this conversation, I think I have enough time to go through that. If it gets to the point where we are still buying discs and you can't buy a used disc to play that game and you have to pay extra for a CD key, that's going to really, really piss off a lot of people. The reason for that is the same reason that we buy most used games, is we buy them used because they've been out for a while and we expect them to be cheaper when they come out. It's as retarded as when Xbox has their games on demand, games that are 3 or 4 years old, and they still charge $30, $40 for them. When I go to the store for sure to buy a used game, I'm usually buying a game that has been out for at least a year and I can get a deal on because I don't feel like paying 50 bucks for a game that I didn't want at launch. So I can get a deal for it, maybe get it for 40, maybe 35 bucks. It makes sense. It's a game that you already got the sale on. I'm sick and tired of this argument where people are going, oh, well, the developers aren't getting the money anymore. They got the copy for the disc that was sold originally when it was new. And especially with the games that are 2 or 3 years older, they're not making that many copies anymore. You can't get it new as much as you can anymore. So I don't get the freak out of this whole mandatory install thing because it doesn't make a difference at this point. It's not changing anything. If it goes to the route of CD keys, then we have a completely different conversation going, and it will be a lot more rage-worthy.